Wow, that's a big crowd. It's a lot of people. I think it's like a record. These are accomplishments. We have a lot of accomplishments, and this is the anniversary, first anniversary. Big crowd. It's a lot of people. So these are accomplishments. So let's go. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Ma'am, go ahead with the blue. Holding the computer. Launched a massive Alaskan pipeline project to export natural gas to Asia. We made a deal with South Korea and with Japan that gives us money, the likes of which nobody's ever seen before.
You said you're confident something's going to get worked out in Greenland, but Greenlanders have made it clear they don't want to be part of the U.S.
Well,
what gives the U.S. the right to take away that self-determination?
When I speak to them, I'm sure they'll be thrilled.
How would you winning the Nobel Peace Prize improve the lives of average, everyday Americans? Why is this prize so important?
It wouldn't improve the lives of any. What improved the lives of people are people that are living. So I saved millions of people. So that to me is the big thing. These are accomplishments.
Still on the table.
U.S. partners facing attacks. Got all 20 living hostages returned to their. These obviously little people, murderers, war characters. Be Joe Biden. These are serious. They have murderers. They have some people. It's a terrible thing. Here's the book on accomplishments. And this is something. Ooh, I'm glad my finger wasn't in that sucker. That could have done some damage, but you know what? I wouldn't have shown the pain. Boy, did you hear that? That was nasty. I would have acted like nothing happened as my finger fell off. That was nasty. I think somebody did that. We have a book that I'm not going to read to you, but these are the accomplishments of what we've produced. I could stand here and read it for a week and we wouldn't be finished. But look at this. These are all, each line is something that we did. Nobody did that before. And it's big stuff too. Look, we have the hottest country in the world. It does have a good ring though. Sir, I don't think it'll look too good.
How would you characterize your relationship with Emmanuel Macron and Keir Starmer right now? And have you spoken to them since your Truth Social post?
No, I haven't, but I think I get along very well with them. I mean, they always treat me well. They get a little bit rough when they're, when I'm not around. I like both of them. They're both liberal. They've got to straighten out their countries. I have no idea what you say, but that is what you would say.
Will you still go to Paris for the G7 emergency meeting as offered by President Macron?
No, I wouldn't do that. Because, Emmanuel's not going to be there very long. I like Macron, but he's not going to be there very much longer, as you know.
You invited President Putin to be a member of the Board of Peace?
Yeah, he's been invited.
Do you have any response to President Macron saying he will not join the Board of Peace?
Oh, did he say that? Well, nobody wants him because he's going to be out of office very soon. So, that's all right. I'll put a 200% tariff on his wines and champagnes, and he'll join.
Competition from the United States of America through trade agreements that undermine our export interests, demand maximum concessions, and openly aim to weaken and subordinate Europe, combined with an endless accumulation of new tariffs that are fundamentally unacceptable, even more so when they are used as leverage against territorial sovereignty.
What doesn't make sense is to have tariffs between allies. It doesn't make sense to have tariffs and be divided, and even to threaten now with additional tariffs.
Emmanuel's not going to be. I don't know. I don't know. We just created the Board of Peace, which I think is going to be amazing. Every single one of them nominated me for a Nobel Prize. Should have gotten the Nobel Prize for each war, but I don't say that. I saved millions and millions of people. Norway controls the shots. They'll say, we have nothing to do with it. It's a joke. Got all That's why I have such respect for Maria doing what she did. She said, I don't deserve the Nobel Prize. He does. President Trump deserves it. He ended up 8 wars. How nice, right? Good woman.
Han veldig opptatt av Nobelprisen, og jeg har forklart til han lenge at det en pris som deles ut av en norsk komité, ikke av en norsk regjering.
You told Norway's Prime Minister that you not winning the Nobel Peace Prize made you feel less obligated to think purely of peace.
Well, I lost a lot of respect for Norway, and I believe
prize
very
affect...
strongly that Norway controls the Nobel Prize. And I didn't do it for a Nobel Prize. I did it because I'm saving a lot of lives.
Do you want your Board of Peace to replace the UN?
Well, it might. I mean, the UN just hasn't been very helpful.
The roots of this.
Both companies and households.
I have no idea what's going to happen, but you are well represented.
How far are you willing to go to acquire Greenland?
You'll find out.
What happens to the tariff threat to Greenland if the Supreme Court comes out and rules against you on tariffs? And
well, I'll have to use something else. I mean, look,
are you going to use force?
you know, take a look at the word license. Take a look at other things. I mean, we have other alternatives. But what we're doing now is the best, the strongest, the fastest, the easiest, the least complicated.
You move ahead with the Greenland-related tariffs on Europe. You secured almost $1 trillion of commitments from them to invest in the United States. Does that go kaput out the window if that happens?
I doubt it. Look, they need that agreement very badly with us, but we'll see what happens. I think things are going to work out pretty well, actually.
If a consequence of your determination to take control of Greenland is the ultimate breakup of the NATO alliance, is that a price you're willing to pay?
You mean the breakup of it's very interesting.
The NATO alliance.
So I think something's going to happen that's going to be very good for everybody. Nobody's done more for NATO than I have, as I said before, in every way. If NATO doesn't have us, NATO is not very strong. We need it for national security and even world security. It's very important. How about it?
President Trump.
Yes, go ahead.
Really appreciate it, sir. We heard a long list of accomplishments from the last year. Could you cherry pick the top 3?
So I think the building of a really powerful military has been a great achievement, and that would include the Venezuela thing. That would include the attack on Iran and the wiping out of the nuclear threat. I think what we've done in business has been incredible. We have $18 trillion coming in. Plants are being built all over, thousands of plants. Most favored nations for drugs is something that nobody thought they'd be able to get. Tariffs helped me there because the nations would have never gone along with it if I wasn't able to say, if you don't go along with it, we're going to put a 10 or 15 or 20% tariff on your nation. And they went along.
Can we help in the work of Congress?
Thank you very much.
How much would you pay for Greenland, sir?